Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video, I just wanted to share a couple more team formations for the Crystal Crawler Primal Lord that may be an upgrade for you. Now, it is not going to be a comprehensive list of teams in this video. That is basically what I've done in my last two videos I've uploaded about the Crystal Crawler Primal Lord. However, these are some kind of variations based on testing which people did today, which were getting a little bit better results. And there's one I actually want to test for myself, which we're going to do right after this. I just wanted to lock in basically one of my good scores with the best pay to win team. We managed to hit almost 30 trillion damage. Exactly. But of course, this is the most pay to win team. But really key, Atalanta is really key. Atalanta is working at Legendary Ascension, and so the Atalanta teams should be tried even when you have like a Legendary Ascension Atalanta, which basically just means the base copy and one additional copy, because that would take it to Epic Plus, and with 8 coins you take it to Legendary. So that's all you need basically. And if you have a higher than that, it's going to be even better. Anyway, so there are basically two team formations. One is going to be a Velara team, which is actually doing really well for people today. Sonya buffing up Merrily and Atalanta, and then you have Velara as well and Smokey up front. So this is a strong team. However, if your Daemon is working for you fine, definitely the Daemon version is good as well. And what it seems is that if your Merrily is equal or greater investment compared to Atalanta, like here definitely our Merrily is way above Atalanta, it's better for you to run Sonya. Because the other option is rather than Sonya here, you run Hugin. It's basically between Sonya and Hugin. Both are good. However, Hugin usually is better. If your Atalanta is like higher investment compared to your Merrily, then maybe this version could be better for you. But for most people, their Merrily is going to be higher investment than Atalanta, almost definitely. So then better to run Sonya. But you guys have seen basically the other versions. If you don't want to run Velara, then you can also run the Daemon. Daemon is good to buff up the Atalanta in the back. Or you can just go for the Hugin version with the Daemon. Those are basically the key versions. Now, as for the other hero, like let's say you don't have Merrily built. Some people don't have Merrily like at Mythic Plus or above. You can use Sinbad. Sinbad is doing fine. You can use Vala. Basically, those are going to be your two best replacements that you should try running here. And in which case, you can try Sonya, buffing up the Sinbad and Atalanta, like for example here. Or you can try Hugin, just buffing up the Atalanta, and go for a team comp like this. You can experiment with Velara and all of these teams. Those are basically the plans. Now, Viperian is actually really solid, and this is a team I'm going to try right now. Basically, Viperian is dealing high damage due to the charm quality bonus that he has. Of course, it would be better if you had the mythic charms, but like, I'm going to wait until Mage Day comes around, and then I'll probably sweep for his mythic charms just to do some testing for Primal Lord. But if you want your optimal charm set, it is either Insight charms have been confirmed to work. Sorcery charms should definitely be working as well. Or just going for a mythic quality bonus and just not having any set effect present. Or just going for the legendary plus. Even people with the red charms like I have here, that's why I'm going to run this team, is doing fine for people. Now, you're going to look at this team and it seems a bit weird, right? Because you ideally would want to have Hugin buffing up one of your carries in the back with his charm bonus. But the thing is then, Sonya's buff cannot be on those heroes. So like, that makes it really awkward. And like, Sonya's buff value is actually higher for what people were testing today compared to the Hugin buff. So like, I was just thinking, okay, we can still run Hugin because he can give his, with his shielding to your allies, he can give attack buff to them. So he's still valuable for that. But then you can have Sonya to buff up the Viperian and the Merrily. And then you have the Core Force spell onto Viperian, just to ramp him up further. So this is basically a team comp that I want to try, and honestly, I think it can do pretty well. So let's go ahead and give this team a try and show you like a no Atalanta version. And by the way, you can replace Merrily for Atalanta. Like let's say your Merrily's not built, but you have Atalanta at Legendary, Legendary Plus, whatever, or higher. You can run Atalanta in the place of Merrily here. Still have the Viperian and Atalanta together. That's also getting really solid scores. So like, look at this. You have plenty of healing with the Smokey, that there's not really any issues here. The Hugin is going to keep shielding to further buff up your allies with the attack buff, which is pretty good. Not really going to get any mechanized bond value by having Hugin in this position. That's another thing I was thinking, like, maybe you could position Hugin to the right of Smokey or to the left of Smokey to get a bit more mechanized bond triggering of Hugin onto that ally. And this is going to be with the red charms of Viperian. So we are definitely not optimized in terms of this team setup. And I want to see what type of score we can get. Because honestly, you're looking at it, it's pretty crazy. So a team like this may just be the best option for you, and I want to see the damage chart in the end. And definitely if you got like the Insight Charms onto Viperian, it's just going to get better. We do have the best charms on all the other heroes. Overloaded on Merrily, we have the Sonya Arcane, Smokey Recovering or Sorcery, so 19.3 trillion, which is honestly not even that bad. And look at the Viper damage. This is pretty massive. This is with the red charms. He doesn't even have the mythic charms yet, and his damage is really through the roof. Even out damaging like this maximum investment Merrily. And we only have plus 10 exclusive equipment of Viperian, which I think other people might have as well. Or even plus 5, he's working, so you don't need that. So this is definitely a viable team concept now that you could give a try for this Primal Lord. Yeah, that is basically it for the teams I wanted to show about today. In terms of the ranking, your ranking is going to be based on the number of people who have Atalanta in your district, of course. If they have Atalanta and Saida both, then they're going to be getting these 30 trillion plus scores, as you guys can see here. But if they only have Atalanta, I feel like, I don't know where the actual cutoff is, but I think around 24.5 trillion. This is basically the maximum potential of a no Saida Atalanta team. And so the fact that we hit like a 19.3 trillion with the Viperian team not even having Atalanta is pretty impressive. And this is with the red charms of Viperian, so there's more min-maxing potential. We're not at the level cap of 1,200. I haven't maxed out my equipment yet. So all those things are going to boost the score of this as well. So definitely, I think these are all great teams that you can try and experiment with. And I just wanted to make this basically an additional video. And I'll keep making videos if there's any other info that I have. And of course, if you guys from your testing have found any teams that's working for you, you can feel free to share in the comment section what's doing the best for you. I'm sure it can help other people out as well. But basically, these are just the different structures and you want to work with whichever options you have. But yeah, Atalanta is working at Legendary, and even at Legendary level of Ascension, she's going to be outperforming Viperian, so it would be better to use the Atalanta form rather than Viperian. But honestly, that team that we just ran is really solid. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That is going to be it for this one. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me at no extra cost to you. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.